Whoa, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. I almost didn't make it. I'm MaryAnne and you are watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions, and I'm very grateful for that. And welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. Today is actually November 28th, 2020. So what I decided to do for those that are coming back, I love you for it. And those that are new, I have a format of sorts. And I do two sun sign, well, let me start again. I have gone around the zodiac wheel twice, for the beginning of the month of November and mid-month, as I do every month. And then there's a remainder of like 4, sometimes 5 days, because there's, 24 readings prior to this. And so we have the remainder of the 4 days are going to be for me picking the featured sign, first and foremost. That'll be random, whereas not going around the zodiac wheel and knowing. So that'll happen right now. It's going to be Libra, and that's interesting. And then the featured sun sign today will be the same sign. So we're going to do the same sun sign featured, which is Libra and Libra, because there's a lot of you out there. And I happen to have been married to a Libra, so it was definitely a part of my life. And as I said before, when it's the same sun sign, you're going to have a lot of similarities. You're going to have a lot of like-mindedness, and kind of an ease about things, and maybe finishing each other's sentences and so forth. But do remember that this is the sun sign only, because there's so many other aspects of your natal chart which would make you different, so you don't have to be exactly alike, because after a while, not necessarily what you're looking for, right? Although it is, like I said, the road less traveled, so to speak. So it works really well, and I like this a lot, especially for the energies and astrology that's happening right now. I will be reading 3 major categories, messages for this highlighted, featured sun sign of Libra today, and that's the Gilded Tarot. And then I will be reading an individual message with every other zodiac sign in connection to Libra, because most of us have many connections with all different sun signs, right? So I just pick a day and go every day. You can come back every day. I would love it, because you're going to get a message of some kind having to do with your sign. But if it's not the, featured sign that you're so interested in, that's okay. When it is there, I hope you will come back. And do me a great favor, if you're liking this today at all, because you don't know yet necessarily if you're new, push that subscribe button and become part of my regular tribe. It would be fantastic. It's extremely supportive, and it only takes a moment. And YouTube really, really likes that a lot and helps us along and continues to let us, produce content and so forth. And so let's get it going here, because we got some, I actually have to go to work. I took yesterday off. It was beautiful. I ate more than I did Thanksgiving, and I had a lot of leftovers. I just took in all the beautiful aspects of what had happened for me on Thanksgiving and the memory already formulating, which I do all the time. I need that time. And I'm just feeling 100% raring to go today. I hope you're feeling that way too. Astrologically, we have 2 really big important things to say. We have the lunar eclipse happening tomorrow, and that's in Gemini. And that's going to be a very, very powerful transformational time for the world, okay? Every sign is going to be affected in some way, which is what eclipses do. It is what they say, the moon on steroids. It's a super moon. It's going to be really, really bright and full. It will illuminate circumstances in your life, I think predominantly having to do with communication and voicing your feelings, being out there. Gemini is all about that. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Gemini is just about the mind and about communication. They love it. They love to talk, and they love to share, and they love to teach, and they want to connect people, and they want to, just expand their circle of people and communication, all the things that I've just said like twice, but it's really, really prevalent, and it lasts for a long time. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, you'll be able to voice your expression or whatever your interests are in your channel to the world, because it's fantastic how social media can reach all countries, right? So that's one possibility. And then it's just in your circle, your work environment, whatever it is, you're just feeling like you're coming out and emerging, and you want it to be truthful, you want it to be real, you want to be fair, and it's not going to stop you got to reach out and maybe make the changes that have to happen, okay? Because that's been stifled this year in so many ways. And even as I'm saying this, there's so much information that's still swirling around in the world, you know, in government and so forth, that we're still not 100% clear about. Well, guess what? The planet of Neptune is stationing forward today, and it has been in retrograde since June 23rd. So let me just say that Neptune is notoriously known for being the hidden planet that allows, you know, that fog to come through, not really seeing things for what they are, you know, the mysteries there, the hidden, the actually creativity comes very strongly. So we use our imagination. If we're not able to see it, we can only imagine what might really be happening, right? And that's utilizing those juices. Well, that's going to become so much clearer, not today per se, but as we move forward and it, you know, starts going forward in momentum again, you know, after a long time. It has been in the sign of Pisces, which is all about imagination and creativity and you know, just really, you could start so many beautiful ideas and, you know, entrepreneurial projects or things that you've set down and you thought, wow, I want to pick up that painting. I want to, whatever it is. I mean, the list goes on and on. You get where I'm going. That's going to start happening. So the other thing that's really awesome for me to say to you and that I'm feeling in my body this very moment is that other than Uranus, which will be retrograde till January, all of our planets in the system are actually now forward and direct. And that's just all steam ahead. That's just let's go, and I know people, you've got to be feeling that, right? It's a beautiful feeling, and it's also Sagittarius season, and that's the fire in us. That's the motivation and the optimism, you know, ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's, you know, such a benevolent, beautiful planet. And the remaining few weeks of all the planetary important, like Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn being in Capricorn, you know, that's been there for years. That's all going forward into air signs. So we'll get more back to that. But we are speaking about the featured sign and the highlighted sign as Libra, which is the fellow air sign. So I'm a Libra. Maybe that's why I'm really, really resonating with this, because it's very complementary energy. Also, I might add that we have the conjunct of, is it Venus? Venus and Mercury today, which is so beautiful. I hope I'm right about that. I'm sorry. I knew earlier and now I'm questioning it, but Mercury, you know, the ability to speak and to think clearly and to come out with projects and ideas and creativity, as I said, and be able to voice that and put it together and piece it together, because before it might have been, there were too many things that just weren't working, you know, technically, literally, with retrogrades and such. It feels so good. It feels right, and everybody can benefit from this. And hopefully, like I said, you're at home enjoying the rest of the weekend and the beautiful weather in some parts of the world, like California, and just feeling this beautiful harmony kind of feeling that Libra can exude as well. And so, yeah, the two Libras together, I think it's beautiful because both of you care a great deal about balance, you know, in your life, balance in everything, balance in relationships, key and most importantly, ruled a cardinal sign who's very much about initiating things, moving, making things happen, expression, you know, wanting to invoke and incite justice, equilibrium, fairness, truth in all things they do and everything that they partake in. You know, always striving for the balance, not always being in it, granted, but at their very best when they are, and working towards that with everything they can, you know. It's essential to them. A lot of, you know, times, as I said before, Libras love the careers of lawyers and judges and anything that has to do with fairness. But even in your own beautiful, intimate world, you know, just making sure that, you know, you're being as truthful and honest as you can be. And working towards that with the people you love, you know, it's real simple. Ruled by Venus, there's a lot of love, and that's like they love the idea of love. I mean, I do. I love love on all different levels. This is about all different levels. Self-love is really becoming more important to me, which people say self-love. What? No. Yes, we have to have that. It's not selfish at all. It's not narcissistic when it's because you want to be the best you can be so that you can care more for others in a simply put way. And that's so, you really cannot, I thought you could for years, you cannot fully love others, even your children, to the capacity that you're capable of when you care about yourself and you give yourself breaks and you're gentle with yourself when you make mistakes and you allow yourself to forgive and you allow yourself to move forward, because if you're doing that for you, you're so much more capable to do it for others, right? So yeah, that's really important for Libras. They love having fun, they love beauty, they love creativity. I know for myself, I like to be around beautiful colors and aesthetics that, make me feel good from the inside out and help with that balance. And it can be simple, right? But it is essential. I'm not okay with a bunch of chaos. I don't care for discontent or, discord, and confrontation is really hard. I'm not good at that, but I'm getting better. Sometimes you simply have to speak out. You don't have to be really mean or crass about it, but you do need to be true to yourself and how you feel to others. And I think that both of you, just really are able to work at that, probably better than a lot of other same sign connections. So I love that for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed this, certainly this holiday of Thanksgiving and every day as far as that goes with your relationship. And it builds to bigger and better understanding and unity. So I am going to read the 3 major category messages for you. And, depending on when I'm able to upload this, I start uploading it immediately after I videotape. But then sometimes, for reasons unknown, that may change after this beautiful Neptune going forward, I pray, and the eclipse effects for the communication that I'm making an effort to give to you and share with you. Maybe it'll happen quicker. Maybe I'll be able to come into the equipment to be able to, change that and make it even, more accessible to me. So anyway, the 3 categories I'm going to be explaining in just one moment. But yeah, this is funny. There's a lot of repeats, but I do shuffle them very well. And let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So the 3 category that I will be explaining to you. The first one is the overall energy for you beautiful Libra combinations. And it is the catalyst, the feeling that you felt up to this point, leading up to this reading. And it is the Knight of Swords. So there you both are in your energy, very, very strongly. The Knight of Swords is a message. It is a matter of communication. I feel like it's something that's going to be swift in coming. I feel like it's going to be just and fair, and I think it's going to make you happy, and I think it's going to make sense, and it's going to have a clear, straightforward kind of message. It's not going to be muddled. It's not going to have you thinking like, oh, I don't know. The other very prominent air sign symbols in the cards are swords that are in your back, or you're surrounded and you're feeling constricted, and all the things that the air signs, which is our mind, tend to do, because if we're thinking that way, that is how our life then becomes. And it's always so essential for air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, to remember that at all times, that you invoke these feelings, and it's not always easy to admit, and sometimes we don't even know when we're doing it, but we have the ability to change that in a heartbeat, right? So that's the most important part. This is nothing like that. This is beautiful, and it's information that we want to hear. And it could have to do with something very important like our health or money, because that's represented there. And then with Libra, like I said, ruled by Venus, that's very much a part of certainly money and, positive things. So yes, I like this, and be prepared if you haven't heard The new moon is going to bring information for a lot of people, not just Libras. And you might want to take note, because that is, it can eclipse things in quickly, eclipse things out. But in my opinion, especially right now with this Gemini, and then the next new moon eclipse where you write everything down, you write those intentions, and you start fresh, right? That's going to be in Sagittarius on December 14th. So the two combined is just about incredible newness and transformation and beautiful opportunities for you. So that's amazing and wonderful. Now, the second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. And I love it because you have the Two of Pentacles. 2 for balance, 2 for partnership, something that Libras thrive on, of all types of partnerships. And just knowing, within yourself, the ability to balance your money, the practical things in your life, not going too crazy overboard with spending or any kind of partying that associates with this beautiful Thanksgiving and holiday weekend. Knowing that you can provide the stability you need, the security you need, the two of you together working towards that in balance and harmony. You've got this. There's a dolphin, which is one of the most intelligent mammals that we have. All the stories you can read about that in the background. And the ships are coming in, and there's that full moon in the back, representing just the amazing transformations, the ability to grow from 2 pentacles to 10, whatever it is you choose, but you need to be very present about that. You need to be honest and clear about your intention. And the rainbow is there. So one of my most favorite natural things in life. I still can't even believe that we get rainbows. They're the most beautiful things. And yeah, it has to rain, and then that comes after. But it's well worth the rain, right? And it clears things out. So I love it a lot. It's showing me that you understand and you're actually feeling more balanced than you have in quite some time. I would say that's a blessing. And if for any reason there is an obstacle, it's just that you're still working at that balance. You're still figuring out just the way to make things so you are feeling as stable as possible in these times, right? And then last but not least is the category, of finances. Tangible, physical things that we can touch, feel, and see. Essential to this life, spiritual and otherwise. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is hard work. This is really sitting and contemplating, meditating on what you're doing with your time, what type of financial situation you're in right now, what you're wanting to, progress. And like I said, with these beautiful influences of the eclipses, the world is your oyster, basically, okay? And if you really believe that, and I do, because we are creators and manifestors, and we can control that, whereas we can't control many things, we can control how we think and what we feel and what we want, and we believe it so much that we will never stop and we will never concede, and the persistence will be there to be very wealthy and very, very at peace and content with where we are, because we're still not quite there in this particular symbol and card message. Now, 7 isn't bad, I'll tell you, because 10 is the ultimate. And you're not going to sit back and just stay at 7. Let's just put it that way. Not the cardinal aspect of you. It continues to move, even through the obstacles. We have a few things shutting down again, but everything's going to work out the way it needs to. And I feel really strongly in my dreams and in my, just psychic, intuitive aspect that we are going to get help. It's been forever. I realize that, but it doesn't matter as long as it's coming through. And I fully believe that's the case. This is under finances. This is the stability. It's growth. So something's coming through, and we'll be hearing the answers, and it'll be very clear and very straightforward. So I love this for you. So you've got the stability you need, you've got the communication opening up, and the influences of what's happening in our skies as I speak. So fabulous, positive, beautiful messages for you. And I know you're wanting that, and I know you tend to be optimistic in a lot of ways. I know this about you. So let's read an individual message for every other zodiac sign in connection to you, Libra, okay? And we're going to start with Virgo. It's right next to you. Virgo and Libra, beautiful. I have a lot of Virgo people in my life, and they've been there a long time because Virgos are steadfast. They are the earth energy, right? They are grounded and they are very reliable, and they care a lot about what they do. They work really hard, ruled by Mercury, very much a mind analytical sign. You know, they study and they want to get the best at what they do. They want to share that information and help you. They are usually in a service kind of career where they actually are able to help. I mean, it could be anywhere from a doctor to a scientist to certainly teachers and those sorts of things, but usually the best in their field and specializing in what they do. They're a plethora of knowledge. They will never stop learning. That's what really motivates them and excites them. They're very, very loyal friends, very organized, and you like that too. I think a lot of Libras like that kind of organized. It helps with the balance, right? The two of you can really help each other. You can, I don't know, learn together. You know, there's a lot that, like I said, as an air sign, Libras love to learn. They love to be educated. You know, there's never enough to learn and so little time, right? So what can I say? Mutable sign, you know, adaptable, right next to you. So you kind of automatically get each other in your own way. As different as you may be energetically as far as earth versus air, it works. And so we have, the Emperor, power boy. We had Mars stationing direct after 2 months in Aries. This is the sign of Aries. This is authority. This is generally masculine. So there might be some very prominent masculine energy around you right now. If it's not your significant other, a father figure, someone at work that, you know, has authority over you. Very prominent, but somebody that wants to really help. You know, that is the cardinal aspect of Aries. Cardinal signs, like with Libra, are very, very active and interested in beginning, initiating, you know, the pioneer of something. Of course, the fire aspect of Aries is unmistakable, and it is your polar opposite. So it has to do with relationships specifically. And I feel a lot of camaraderie with Aries and Libra a lot of time. And it's really intriguing to see because they have incredible ability to really debate and really discuss things and get down to the nitty gritty. And Aries is there to help anybody. You know, they are out for the purpose of leadership, yes. You know, they want to be in charge. They absolutely do. They're very confident and all that. But it's to help. That's what their initial beautiful feeling is inside of them. So that's what's going on. Now, you may have Aries in your charts too, Libra. I do, so I can relate to that. But there's just a lot of power. You may be an authoritative figure right now. In authority, excuse me for speaking a little crazy there. Yeah, you may be in a position of authority, and you may be wanting to kind of maybe share that authority with others, you know, and maybe sit back a little bit, but not really. I'm seeing more motivation to maybe take on more, to be honest. Maybe your own channel, right? Your own, who knows? But that's what this kind of energy with the Gemini eclipse full moon is going to ignite. So that's beautiful and powerful, and I see it as being really positive. So, and it goes really well with the Sagittarius season that we're in. So the next sign is Leo. Leo and Libra, there we go again with the fire, boy. Fire and air, extremely great together. Passion, heart-centered, leadership, confidence, ruled by the sun, Leo. I mean, you can't help but get this kind of beautiful energy when you're around them. And they're very confident. They like to boast about what they do, and they usually do things really well. And they want to hear about it. And I know you have a lot of friends. I do. I feel like you have a lot of friends, or maybe even past relationships that had to do with Leo, because it's a really good combination. And Leos love your fairness. Leos love your ability to be flexible and compromise. And yeah, this is gorgeous. They're a fixed sign, so they have very strong opinions and ideas. They're also very, very creative, though. So that works really well with the two of you as well. You have the Six of Wands. There's that fire. There's that ambition. There's the victorious man on a horse, because he's achieved so much and worked so hard to get there, and he never gave up. And that's the kind of power and beautiful energy you get when you're with a Leo. They spur you on. They will be your best fan club. They will support you, and you will in kind. So that's what's really beautiful about this. And there's a lot to support, There's a lot of beautiful energy here. It's a lot of positive. And this could be community helping you, being seen and recognized. Yeah, coming out, in some way, just kind of leveling up and really being recognized. It's about to blow up, and it may seem like, oh my gosh, when's it going to happen, right? It's on, okay? Just know it and be prepared, but be celebratory about it and excited. That's what I see there. Then we have Cancer and Libra. I love it. I love Cancer. I have a water rising sign in Pisces. I definitely resonate with your beautiful sensitivity and your ability to really feel out circumstances and understand. Your deep emotions really rule your life. You are ruled by the moon. The moon is big and almost completely full by tomorrow, as I said. Some places Monday. Oh yeah, you're feeling that. I could just feel you just vibrating, right? But you, Cancer, like all of us, can have amazing, beautiful things happening where we expand and emerge on a level of ability to speak and communicate and share and network, like I said, and join groups and be more together. We have been away from people we love. We have been separated, and it's like we just want to just make that all change. We know we need to be safe. I know all of you understand that, and I just feel really confident that that's just going to be known. But help is on the way. All sorts of things to heal and mend what happened this year will in fact occur, is occurring. And, just knowing we got through it this far is just, it's a beautiful feeling. So yeah, I love this, this resonance with the two of you. You're super sensitive and caring and giving and nurturing. You want to care for everybody that you love. Cancer, you're definitely a home person who loves their family and whoever you consider to be your family, and that can definitely be Libra. And you have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So there's the stability that you both really appreciate and want, and you work towards. You also are a cardinal sign. So you understand the whole idea of keeping busy and motivated and interested in, starting things and keeping motivated, and sharing your knowledge and your talents with others. That's what you do. You want to help. There's a lot inside of you that maybe a lot of people won't see, but I know about you, Cancer. I understand you and your psychic ability and your intuitive qualities. They're unparalleled, really, and I pick up on that myself. So there's good things happening. This is, it's security. It's what you've built to this point, but it's you, it's your feminine side, it's the maternal side when it's the Queen. It doesn't have to be a man or woman, but it's showing that feminine and more maternal instincts that we have, the receptive side of us when it's the Queen versus the King. Both equally as powerful and determined and grounded and just very knowledgeable and successful in many ways. So that's the two of you, and working towards something that could build you a very, very wealthy, healthy, stable life. And then there's Gemini and Libra, and there you go, Gemini. We're having this full moon in your sign, so you must be really just like, oh, feeling something really big is about to happen, because you're the one who's actually professing and instigating this energy, right? You are the air sign. You are the voice. You are the ability to share and communicate, like more than other air signs, Libra and Aquarius. Not that they are not. They love to talk. They love to speak. They love to share. They love to write. Any form of communication. But you really, I think you really take the cake when it comes to that. And once again, being ruled by Mercury. You just have this gift, and you love to teach and you love to share. And that's what's going on right now with this beautiful, so your life is going to be lifted and it's going to be transformed in some capacity, if you put that novel back, on the back burner and you're like, this is it, this is the time. It's all timing. And I think it's going to really start moving forward faster than you think in beautiful success and happiness and lighter energy when it's in the air signs. So the two of you can be amazing friends, confidants, work partners, lovers, anything. In fact, the card that represents Gemini is the Lovers. It'd be so funny if I pulled it. What is your message? Ooh, the Devil. Okay, I like this. Now, people like the Devil. Well, yeah, it doesn't have a great connotation. It's a major arcana, but what it is a reminder. It is the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn has been what the planets have been predominantly in this year and remain till the change of Saturn into Aquarius on the 17th of December. And then, of course, these two beautiful, very, very effective and changing aspects that will happen with the eclipses in fire of Sagittarius and air of Gemini. They're very, very, very compatible to Libra, that's for sure. But you have the reminder of not to get involved or around situation, vices, things that are going to hold you back, toxic energy, right? Things that you feel within yourself, I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to take that approach. I don't want to speak in this way, especially with this Gemini influence coming through in the eclipse. It's really kind of being very, very strong and decisive, right? The Neptune's forward now, making the changes you need to make in a very loving way, but knowing full well that if you want to succeed and you want to move forward, this has to stop. This has to be let go. These people cannot be a part of my life, whatever the circumstance is. And that's a beautiful thing to remind us, right? Because I know for myself that I accept everybody as they are, and that's all well and good. But then after a while, you're thinking, sometimes, you're around certain people and you accept them, but you don't ever really feel good after you've been in their presence. And you're thinking, I don't think I want to do that anymore. I love them. I can love them and I don't hold anything against them, but it just isn't working for me on an energetic or spiritual level whatsoever. That's the Devil. So the two of you are, maybe talking about that for each other, to help each other out, maybe habits you have, you're going to stay strong and support each other. Or, just knowing the people that you both understand just cannot be a part of your life, or your thought process has to change, whatever it is. I like that for you. I like it a lot. It doesn't have to be a negative ever. Then we have Libra and Taurus. Well, you're both ruled by Venus, so you understand the beauty and the love of life very deeply. It's very important to both of you. You have the earth energy with the air, so there's that stability, that friend, that lover, that connection, that work partner, whatever family member that you can rely on. By hook or by crook, boy, that person's not going anywhere. They are in it to win it too. They are about survival, permanence, security, luxury, living the high hog, right? Living the life fandango, anything you want to say. They are determined in the way that they will work so tirelessly for themselves, for you, to create this beautiful wealth and stability that they understand that it takes doing. It doesn't happen overnight. They are so good about that. They can teach anybody about the money management necessary, being a little more frugal, or maybe, not as generous as a lot of times, Libras can be. And then later thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, spent that much, but they'll be there to help you. They are beautiful friends and very, very loyal and kind. And what do we have? Okay, 8 of Swords. So these are thoughts and worries and concerns that have been happening with the world, with the Libra air sign, thinking, oh my gosh, what if this, that, and the other? Let me share with you really quickly. I got information about a very close family member that had a concerning diagnosis in the last 3 days. And, we were together on Thanksgiving, and then I got the call yesterday. Nope, not what it was, not to worry. I mean, it's like an instant like this, the lift of weight or concern or worry that we have because we don't have a clear answer yet. We get information, but it's not the ending result all the time. So putting yourself in this feeling of like, oh my gosh, or afraid that people are thinking badly of you, or you're just not feeling that high, self-esteem you might normally. This is all what we do to ourselves. We all are capable of it, some more than others. And remembering that you don't have to be this kind of, you don't have to feel like you're entrapped by your own thoughts. And air signs are so familiar with this because we have a thought and it just keeps going and going. And it's like, please go away. Well, that's where meditation comes in mind. That's where soft music and nature and walking and yoga and all of those things that can take you away. Turning the news off, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. It's short-lived, and it's not really knowing, but it's fears that have been happening. And maybe the two of you have had somebody also that you care about and you were worried about. But just try to let that go and put out beautiful healing energy and see what happens. Okay, that's really important. Our thoughts become things, right? That's something I've always believed when I heard it from first time many years ago, and I still believe it. Then we have Aries and Libra. Like I said earlier, this is the polar opposite. It's amazing. It's different. It's challenging at times, but it's exciting and it's fun, and it can be so similar in its opposition. It's what's always intrigued me. Yes, there's fire, there's energy, there's motivation, there's saying what you want to say right off the bat, not thinking about it. Maybe you didn't say most politically correctly. Libra, just the opposite of caring and worrying and thinking, now wait, let's not say that, let's think about it first. And no, just right out there with the energy of Aries. Really kind of exciting though, right? Always exciting. Always, kind of motivating, and they'll keep you on your toes, Libra, and you can also kind of mellow them out at times and balance them out. It's really beautiful. I love this connection together. You see it all the time. This is one that really works, and adapting to each other's, differences is kind of beautiful because we do like differences in others as well as similarities, right? Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. That's about things just getting better and better. This is almost karmic a lot of times. It's fated. And it is like a clock. It's time. It's like cycles. It's like seasons. And we're entering into the new one. So if things weren't doing so well this year, look out, because that's changing. And you've made that happen. We incite these things. These are things we were thinking earlier part of the year that are now going to be transpiring. So every day create something for our future in our thoughts, in our actions. Wow, this is just so beautiful to see, because I, for myself, really want this. My business is back. I was off 7 months. I'm a massage therapist, so it's slow, and I have to be very careful. But I know in the deepest part of me that I'm not stopping yet. It's not the end. It's not at all. I'm definitely growing this channel for the time that I'm no longer able to massage. But it's definitely, it's not over, and I know that, and I really feel that. And the two of you together, you can have amazing, beautiful things happening, beautiful opportunities. So I love that for you. I love it a lot. 10 is new cycles, it starts new things. It couldn't be more perfect for what's happening. Pisces and Libra, I love it. Water, sensitivity, genuine caring, selflessness comes with the Pisces. Very spiritually minded a lot of times, and it's just who they are. It's what they were born into, because they're the last sign. We all have a little of each sign in our natal chart from the moment we're born. The different houses represent each sign and what they are in relation to our life and so forth. But yeah, the Pisces has this incredible knowledge and knowing. Now, they can be very, very helpful to you. They can give you guidance. They can definitely, and they will, spend the time to hear and listen to you and talk and comfort you. They are so good at that, and they are so filled with amazing opportunities for creativity and, artistic endeavors. They are ruled by Neptune. Neptune is now going forward. So believe me, Pisces have had a lot of difficulty in really trying to clear the fog and understand what is being said. Is it true? Is it not? I'm going inside. I'm listening to my higher power, the intuition that never lets me down, but I'm still not 100% clear. That's absolutely changing. The two of you are really communicating in a way that could be spoken, but it could also just be this beautiful, just unspoken connection that I feel is really strong with you. And, you know, Libras are intuitive as well. So if you haven't been seeing each other, if you haven't been in touch, it's growing. It's going to build. There's been a kind of a distance between you, and I see that changing. And yeah, mutable sign. Beautiful, loving lovers. Perfect selection. So yeah, there's something that's going to get into another level. And it's not like, it's almost like it's past lifetime, you know, in a way. It's just, there is a connection here. It cannot be denied. It's beautiful. It feels right. It's very sensitive. It's emotional a lot of times, you know. It's the intellect of the air of Libra and the feeling emotion of Pisces. But out of the three air signs, Libras are actually known as the water air sign. So you do sense and have that compassion as well. So I like this a lot on whatever level of communication and connection it is. There's great love here. And that's pretty obvious. There's a selection you've made with the two of you, and it's not going to end. It's there. It's a permanent kind of feeling. And that feels good. And we all want to feel good, right? So that's gorgeous. By the way, the lovers also represent the sign of Gemini. Gemini eclipse, right? It's all tying in. Something from this eclipse is going to really open things up in connection with the two of you. We have Aquarius and Libra, also love it. Both air signs. I've said it a lot. I'll say it again if you're new. If you're not, forgive me for repeating, but it's worth repeating that, you know, we are entering into what we've heard of my entire lifetime, the age of Aquarius. We've had the Capricorn and Earth signs in the planets for many, many years now, representing, you know, authority and government and institutions and you know, tradition and just continuous, you know, routine and not a lot of change, right, for many, many years. It can be great for stability and security, providing that's what's happening. But relying on outside forces a lot of times versus the in when it's Earth. So now, with Aquarius, watch and see. Just watch the energy change in you in the next moment, if not, you know, and forward with the Gemini, the eclipses, and then the Aquarius change. Saturn, Sun in Aquarius by January 20th, I think it starts. Jupiter, many other planets, just really changing our life, our ability to speak and be true and come out and change and evolve, and ruled by Uranus, which is also going direct in January, that's Aquarius' ruler. So scientific, medicine, forward thinking, you know, breaking the barriers, breaking incentive, invention. You know, there's a lot of eccentric energy with Aquarians because they're so out of the norm a lot of times, and they like that. They like being different, and they like sharing that with everyone. They want a big, big, huge change in the world, not on a small scale. They're leaders, they are fixed signs, they're determined, they will achieve what they go after, whatever it is. And it's a beautiful combination with the two of you. So both being air and mind, you understand that, you have wonderful communications together and all sorts of ideas and thoughts and beautiful possibilities and for, you know, work and wonderful things ahead. You have the Page of Wands, so there you are, the motivation, the fire. You're feeling the energy of Sagittarius season. And Mars and Aries, it's really motivating you. It's exciting to you. It's a positive energy. It's a page, so it's kind of new in regards to an idea, but it's very, very positive, like I said, and it feels like it's something that has to do with beginning. Once again, a new change, something new, or a child. It could have to do with children, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Having children always comes into the picture, discussing having children, or a youthful kind of energy, which can very much be either of you, you know, staying young at heart, being in touch with your, you know, inner child, which is always there and needs us to talk to and needs us to remind us that fun is an imperative part of life. Fun is coming into the picture more this coming year than it has this year. That's for darn sure. But that's not saying a lot because most anything would make a difference in that regard. But this is great. Expect some new ideas and some new information coming through relatively fast and furious, especially with the energy of the eclipses. So then you have Capricorn and Libra. And Capricorn and Libra I see a lot as a connection and a love relationship because of that beautiful earth-grounded aspect. You know, there's the air and the ability to speak and you know, and connect and teach and be social and out there. And the Capricorn, who's very steadfast and kind of, you know, behind the scenes kind of energy, almost a darker energy, if you will, you know, just because they're just more serious, okay? And they're just more very, very interested in doing their job, doing it well, success, you know, money, amassing great wealth, often ruled by Saturn. So of course they're going to be a little more serious, right? But underneath that is a great desire for love and passion. And they're very reliable and you can always count on them, okay? I think you're very reliable too, Libra. I just feel like with this energy of the Capricorn, they can just make sure that all your, you know, ducks are in a row, right? They have knowledge about things having to do with money per se, or, you know, property or investments and all those things that are super important on our practical physical world. And they're there for you. And they are ruled by, Jupiter's been in their sign, but they are, you know, ruled by Pluto, Saturn, like I said. There's that serious thing, but very, very focused. And that's a gorgeous thing to have. So let's see what your message is. That was the one under. Ooh, 4 of Pentacles. See? Whenever it's the earth sign, and especially with the Capricorn, it's protecting what you have. Making sure that you don't go crazy, because it's about keeping things kind of, you know, a little constricted in a sense so that you have it for the future and you don't overspend, you don't overdo, you watch your body, you keep that balance that you need, Libra. They're there to help you with this. It might be the possessiveness they have in loving you and your relationship and not wanting to share that. Might come to mind, I don't know, but I know that there's great love here. And you've got enough security, but you're going to make sure that you don't go crazy. That's what I'm getting from this. The two of you are working together to build, not the opposite. And this is a year to really consider that. You know, we're not through the year yet. We almost are, but who knows what can happen. So in the meantime, take heed with this beautiful energy of Capricorn wanting to help you and keep you, you know, stable and secure. Sagittarius and Libra, I love it. Fire and air, Sagittarius. We're in the Sagittarius season. So I have a son that's a Sagittarius. He's December Sagittarius. But yeah, just this beautiful energy of motivation and movement and adventure and newness and trying things and higher learning and education and, you know, law, fairness, truth, very truthful, very authentic people these Sagittarians are. Fun, very, very worldly. They love travel. They have to travel. Foreign culture really intrigues them, and it might have something to do with what they do even in their home through social media, but they're in touch, in connection with foreign, you know, lands, maybe relationships they're in or from a different, you know, country, or certainly communication with that. Bold, independent, freedom-seeking, very attractive, very complementary and compatible with the Libras. If not in a love situation, definitely friends, because I feel like a lot of Sagittarians need that foundation of friendship. That's what they know will last, and then they build from there. You don't want to try to, you know, confine or what's the term? You don't want to, you know, stifle a Sagittarius in any way, or, you know, make them feel that they don't have that freedom, even if within the relationship, whatever it is, they need to have that, and you'll give that to them. And you want that as well. You're an independent sign too, Libra. For being in loving relationships, you do want your independence. So you're beautiful. Oh, where's the 10 of Cups? Woo-hoo-hoo. I love this connection. I always have. I have many Sagittarius friends, and I had past relationships that I've always remembered them because they meant a lot, and it was fun. It was never boring. And this is about the highest realm of emotional satisfaction. You know, you're living well, your cups are full, you're feeling festive, you've been celebratory, perhaps Thanksgiving, of course. For a lot of you, I don't know, this is beautiful, and it's a new cycle. So if there weren't these feelings or things, they are happening and coming forth. Congratulations. I'm really happy. I love this. I think you're in a good position with the two of you. And then Scorpio and Libra. Ooh, yeah, I've had that too. Scorpios are amazing. You know, they're very, very deep and very sensitive, and they're all about their emotion. That's how they live. It's all centered on what they're feeling and other people, and they sense all of that. And they're ruled by Pluto, so they're very much about the depths of who they are, how they can transform, always thinking about regenerating, reinventing. They know and understand the meaning of life and death more than any other sign. That's what Pluto does, and it just gets us to the deepest part of us and the shadowy sides at times that aren't pleasant, but topics and things that need to be discussed because it's a part of life. They are mysterious and very sensual and seductive and intense, and you will know what they're thinking. They generally are not one to hide. Everything is pretty much right out there, and they want that from those that they care about. They will sense if you're not being sincere, and they're not interested in that. They want the truth, and they will definitely seek that one way or another. They will find out what they need to. Trust me on that. They have these amazing capabilities of intuition and psychic ability, but also they will find and unearth hidden things. And we were in Scorpio season, but right now we have Venus in Scorpio. So whatever's going on with you, I think is very passionate, and I hope it lasts. But for the meantime, you're loving it and enjoying it, so that's all that really matters. And it's the High Priestess, because that is the female version of the Magician. Very, very in tune and aware of our capabilities, our higher powers, our ability to manifest, to create, to dream. Neptune, you know, stationing direct today, just bringing the creativity to the fullest. Straightforward communications coming through. Ideas and motivation with the Gemini eclipses. This is gorgeous, and it's you. It's what we all have, the gift we have as humans or spirits in our human body. That's fantastic. I like this for you, and I would love to hear what that means exactly, so feel free to share. I am all over that. I love it. I love the interaction with my viewers and appreciate it, actually. So let me go forward here and finish with your beautiful oracle messages. Today I have and for the remainder of the month, I have the Motivation Manifesto message. I like it. It's simple, it's short. I just got these, but I like having one a day that you can start your day, midday, or end your day with, so that you sleep with this kind of thought that's going to be inspiring and uplifting. That's what this channel is about. I know not every single message is going to be exactly what you may want to hear, but I do want to say that there's a positive side to everything in your life if you choose to see that, and I do. And I want to share that. And this is by Brendan Burchard, and I have been using the Gilded Tarot. Sarah Marchetti. Wow, when we ready ourselves for our ultimate destiny, when we release our childish, selfish needs and realign our priorities to those of the heart, we can finally reach those magnificent fields of human empathy, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, generosity, and courage. That sounds like you, Libra. This is no mistake, you got this. It is a longer one than I've gotten so far. But it's just really reminding you of what qualities you have and the ability to put those forth. Now's the time, right? There's no time like the present. We're dealing with the power of this present moment and what it'll bring. that is a beautiful message for you. I absolutely love it. The next is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart message, just for all the Libras and your beautiful connections in this world. For today and onward. You know, you may resonate with these messages right away, you may not. But sometimes if it gets uploaded later tonight, like it tends to do and take forever, I kind of like that too, because at the end of the day, you went, oh my gosh, that's exactly how I felt. Or not, right? Instead of maybe starting your day. Well-deserved reward. Look at, there's 3 blocks. I like the 3. It's the trine, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. But it's this powerhouse. It's just like, here I am. I did not give up. I believed with everything in my heart, and I created it. So let me read to you what it says. It's number 9, and that is a beautiful... I've always found that to be one of the more spiritual numbers. It's the completion number. It's all of the numbers leading to that, and then starting with 10 as a new cycle, which is exactly what's going on, right, at this point in time, with the full moon eclipse starting the new transformation tomorrow. So that is a beautiful, perfect alignment of this reading. And number 9, let's see here. Seek. Keywords: quiet, understand, retreat, solitude, introspection, and guidance. Sometimes individuals become so engrossed in a relationship or in wanting a relationship that all perspective is lost. The relationship becomes their world and they lose sight of themselves. This card suggests that now is the time to take a step back, either from a relationship or from the desire for one, and go on an internal quest to rediscover yourself. One of my favorite sayings is, there can't be a we until there's a me. I haven't heard that, but I think I have, but I hadn't heard it in a while, and I love that. Even saying that every part of the day would be beautiful. If this resonates with you, it's time to have a dialogue with your higher power, or higher self, and your guides about what you are and what you really need in life. You may be surprised by the answers. I'm really emotional right now because I'm a Libra, and I'm really resonating with this right now. I hope you are too. Affirmation: I take time for solitude and introspection. Well, that's what all yesterday was about. I have to have it. I notice that more and more. And it really works. I feel amazing today. So anyway, that's fantastic. We finished with your super attractor manifestation message. I just want to say once again, thank you for your incredible support with this channel. It's growing. I love it. I was not going to give up. I don't get paid anything right now. That has to be a part of my future. I do want to do readings. So if you're interested, I want to get that information for you. What can I say? I'm going to do it just as simple as I can. It'll be through my email, and then I will be just contacting people, and I guess, you know, through payment would be through PayPal. But I want to get that up for you, and I think this new eclipse is really going to, I mean, the full moon, but it's a new eclipse. It'll be in Gemini. I really feel like that's going to inspire this, and I'm going to get that help, and I'm going to do what I can myself. And it's not even that difficult, but stay tuned if you're interested. Let me know, okay? Oh, gosh. Okay, so your affirmation, your beautiful message, and this is about that feeling and emotionally bringing to yourself the life you want. All the beautiful things that you believe you deserve, because you do, but feeling it into reality. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. There's always going to be the dark, right? Let's bring as much light into it as possible. That's gorgeous. It's a beautiful ending to this reading, and whatever you do, enjoy your day. I absolutely love you and hope you are well and continue to be well, you know, and obviously those that you love and all your relationships. So come on back. Until next time, thanks. Bye for now.